So, hi guys, my name is Rishi, and today is the 27th of Feb 2022, and we are here doing our WebDudes Hangouts every week at 11 a.m. We just hang on Zoom. Sometimes I think maybe we should not have used the word Hangout because people get confused with Google Hangouts. We're on Zoom. I think Zoom is a better platform, but we are actually just hanging out. It's not a webinar. So anyway. We've got a few people on the call today and lots of questions. Today, I don't have any specific topic to talk about, but people who are on my WebDudes Hangouts groups, they typically get notified of the event of the Hangout, and so that they come, they join us and ask questions. So today we have a few people asking questions. I will be putting the link of, if you're watching this video on YouTube or wherever, I'll be putting the link of the Hangout group. We're at group number 2 right now, because group number 1 is kind of getting almost full. Even group number 2 is getting full. So we'll just put it out here on the link for people to join the group if they want, WhatsApp group. So let's get started. We have a few questions. I think first question we have is from Hemant. So Hemant, go for it. The first one you wanted to understand, if I'm understanding correctly, is you wanted to understand how to do A/B testing.
Yeah.
And the second one was on pixels, right?
Yeah.
So A/B testing, you run an ad campaign. I did it once just to see which will be better. Okay, and I'll show you what I did, and then you can probably maybe share your screen and show me what you're trying out, and I can tell you what.
No, I've not tried out anything right now, so I won't be able to show you anything.
Fair enough, no problem. So I will just show you what I've done.
Yeah.
So you can get an understanding of the A/B testing. So the point of A/B testing is you're not too sure what the audience is going to respond to or which one will be better. So let's say I want to spend $200 a day on one type of ad and allow it for a month and see what response I get. So for 1 week, I can do a testing and spend double the amount. So I'll say spend 400 rupees a day or 500 rupees a day, 250 either, 250 either. Okay. And मैं दोनों ad का stats, I'll run it, start it simultaneously and run it, and I'll see in 1 week what are the results I got. Okay. And then if it turns out that A is better than B, then screw B, I'll just run A. So you are still spending twice the amount of money for your ad spend on ad A and B for a week, let's say. But then at least एक हफ्ता का खर्चा करने के बाद you will get an idea as to which is yielding you better results for your final goal. So now I am part of one movement. Okay, I was not sure कि भाई which are the people to target. So let me share my screen. So I'm part of a movement called the Rileyan movement. Okay, this is a UFO religion, and I'm heading the India movement in India so that people can check what is the deal. Now, if you look at my A/B test results, so I ran 2 ads. Both were saying, was God an alien from another planet? Okay. Now, this one was a photo of Shiva. Text is same. Was God an alien from another planet? Get a free book which tells the truth about our origins and subscribe. Okay. This was one ad. The second one is, again, was God an alien from another planet? But the image is different, and get a free book too, which tells you. Same ad, same text, but image is UFO, spaceship, and the other one is Shiva. And जो targeting था ना इसका, targeting में भी फर्क था. So if you go to, let's say I edit this ad, okay. Now if I look at this targeting, those who are interested in Shiva, that means the targeting over here, here we go, interested in Shiva. Yeah, sorry. Interested in Shiva. Okay, so atheism. That means interests, additional interests, atheism. मतलब atheism is people who don't believe in God. ठीक है? So if an ad runs like this to a bunch of atheists, where you got a photo of Shiva, and I'm asking the question, was God an alien from another planet? And the guy is an atheist. He doesn't believe in God. And he clicks my ad. I wanted to see the performance of that ad. Now, apparently, it just shows you we're discontinuing certain detailed targeting options. So it looks like they have stopped this targeting. वो भी होता है. ठीक है? This is Facebook. They can do whatever they want. Now, in the other one, this is additional interest in unidentified flying object. But those people who are interested in UFO. तो एक ad में मैंने वो video image of a UFO, and I focused the people who are curious about UFO. Now, when I ran the stats finally, right, when I compared the results, turns out that people who are interested in a UFO is costing me less, slightly less. It's about 5 rupees a lead, and the Shiva one was costing me 6 rupees a lead. Okay. Now, of course, these are two different people, two different mindsets. One is atheist coming in, and one is guys interested in UFO coming in. So I'm trying to figure out. And quite frankly, I like the performance of both the ads because they're equal. They're good. They're both good. But one was costing me slightly more. But when you're spending lakhs of rupees on an ad campaign, then it's not 6 rupees and 5 rupees. में बहुत फर्क पड़ता है ना. एक रुपया में, if you take 1 lakh, that's a huge amount of money going this way or that way. So typically you run an ad campaign for a period, like say 1 week at least. Don't do it for 1 or 2 days. एक हफ्ता कम से कम कर लो, and do detailed, very specific laser focused targeting, and then you use the results after 1 week to see which is the better performing ad. First, let me address this. Any questions you might have on A/B testing?
One thing, Rishi, now you had done this A/B testing. So you had focused this to only one target, or more than like Anup says that you have to do it in 2 or 3 more. So only you have taken one target. That's all.
One ad campaign, one target. Another ad campaign, another target. Like atheists in one, and UFO, people interested in UFOs in another. Interest targeting.
Yeah.
UFOs in one and atheists in another. Atheist wala ka Shiva ka photo डाला.
Okay.
UFO वाले के लोगों ने UFO ही spaceship का image डाला.
Okay.
Question is exactly the same.
Okay, Rishi, one follow-up question on this is that I want to test out 2 ads. One is like what Anup has just said, he has a single image kind of an ad. And another one, I want to have ad which lands up into a landing page, right? So these are the 2 ads I want to. So I can do that. But at the same time, how do I know that the benchmarking is good? Both might be very bad, and still one is performing better than other. How would I know that?
That's true. That's true. That will always happen. And so I want to make sure the parameters are as similar as possible with the minimal differences. Because see, in my case, I wanted to understand there are people in, and there might be overlaps, by the way. The people who clicked on UFO might be atheists. And the people who are atheists might be interested in UFOs.
Yeah.
There may be an overlap in that targeting, but there may be some that are exclusive. The cost per click turned out to be less for me. But both of them, I think, performed very well. It's not like one was 25 rupees a lead and one was 5 rupees a lead. The difference is stark. One 25 rupees per lead cost is coming, and the other one 5 rupees cost per lead is coming. Then I'm like, boss, मेरे को उतना खर्चा नहीं करने का है. If I'm happy with the results of 5 rupees a lead versus 25 rupees a lead, फिर मैं वो वाला ad नहीं चलाएगा ना.
Okay, another thing, Rishi, Anup told, well, what I understood from Anup's workshop is that when you're testing out maybe your targeting or everything, you should do it for only 2 days, and after you optimize it, and then whatever is performing better, you run it for probably 10 days. That's my understanding of the whole thing.
So 2-3 days is also fine.
Yeah.
If you are really tight on budget and you want to put a large amount of money.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say you want to put 25,000 rupees here, 25,000 rupees here. That's a large sum of money, no? So then will give you, see, Facebook and Instagram per impression they are charging you.
Yeah.
Not per click.
Okay.
It will tell you what is the lead cost, because itna kharcha karne ke baad, and you got 25 people filling up the form, you know that the per lead cost is so much, but you're not paying per lead. You're paying for the impressions. Jitna baar dikhega utna.
Yeah.
So if you're paying per impression, you need to run it at least minimum 3 days, minimum, at the very minimum for 3 days.
Okay. Yeah.
If you're spending 25,000 rupees, your impressions will go through the roof. Per day, agar aapne 25,000 rupees kharcha kiya, your impression will maybe get exhausted also. Sabko dikha dega, do 3 baar dikhayega, because that audience will cover. So you want to spend not too much, not too little either. So he always said, agar 3 din ke liye chalana hai, to 500 rupees din ka dal do, ya 1000 rupees ka din ka dal do. See what is going on. Study the pattern of this ad and this ad simultaneously and see what's happening.
Okay. Thanks, Rishi. I got it for this question.
The second question is on Pixel, right?
Yeah.
So we have not had enough audience to do a Pixel workshop. What is Facebook Pixel and how to use it? But we have done it for our clients. We have enabled Pixel, how to activate a Pixel in your website, so that Facebook may, when they come, in fact, we've done it, all platforms offer it. YouTube offers it, Google offers, everybody's offering Pixel. Okay. It's called remarketing actually.
Yeah.
Basically. So when you, supposing we took another scenario, okay. This is a realistic, practical scenario. I'll give you a realistic scenario. Either you've got traffic on your website or you've got traffic on your YouTube channel. Supposing you have amazing YouTube content and the traffic is going through the roof. You don't know who these people are, how to track them. So you put in some code so that when they come and watch your YouTube video or when they come to your website, you put in that code, all other places where you want to show the ad. Whether you want to show it on Google sites, whether you want to show it on Facebook, YouTube, wherever you want, you can re-show them again. Because these are people that actually came to your website. They're actually people who watched your YouTube video. So instead of losing them, you enable Pixel in the website. Now, depending on the scenario, somebody will say, I have a website. Achha, kaun-sa website? I have an HTML website, or I have a PHP website, or I have a WordPress website, I have a Wix website. There's so many possibilities. So to do a webinar on Pixel, we'll have to take one case. Let's say WordPress website pe dikhate, YouTube channel pe dikhate. And again, our price is the same, $600 for a webinar. It may be a 3-day webinar. But we didn't get many takers. Okay. And it's a deep study. Pixel is not, it is more technical. Which is why when people began to understand how technical it is, they prefer to say, okay, Anup, tera service hi le lete. We'll get on to a retainer and you enable it for us. So we've enabled it for 2-3 clients. And then they are seeing whether the results are coming or not coming. And so this is called remarketing basically. Facebook has got a name called Pixel. They call it the technology is Pixel. Basically what? Embed a piece of code where they're coming, so that you can then track them and show your ad when they come to XYZ platform. Now Facebook has Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook network bhi hai. So like that, Google also has Google search, YouTube, and Google website network also there. So that means it will show in many places, show on mobile devices also. So everybody has this remarketing strategy. So we wanted to come up with a remarketing webinar, but we need minimum 10 people to sign up. So until 10 people just don't say they're interested, we are not doing the webinar.
So how many have you got it right till now?
ऐसे ही 5-6 लोग ने हाँ बोला. जिसे ऋषि 10 के ऊपर. So I'm not even bothered to market that book because it's technical in nature. It's difficult.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not easy. You'll have to get your tech guy to come on board.
Yeah. Okay.
आपके अलावा आपका tech वाला को भी बुलाना पड़ेगा. It's not so. Even I'm staying away from it because it's quite technical. Conceptually, I understand it. I can see the benefits of that technology. Why remarketing is good and why it should be used, but it's not easy. That's my response to it because I don't know technically how to do it. I mean, I've recorded it when we set it up for a customer. we have a customer in UK, and when we set it up for them, I'm looking at it, I'm like, ये भाई मेरे से नहीं होने वाला है, forget it यार, ये तो बहुत टेक्निकल है यार। मैं जो करता हूँ सिंपल A/B टेस्टिंग वाला फेसबुक पे, इंस्टाग्राम, वो मेरी बस की बात है, एंड आई गेट रिजल्ट्स। रिमार्केटिंग में रिजल्ट मिलेगा, बट इट्स अ टेक्निकल प्रोग्राम, मेरे से भी नहीं हो रहा है। So we can do it for you if you want, but we have a retainer. So it's only when your budgets are able to accommodate the ad budget plus the retainer, then we should get into that conversation.
Okay.
ठीक है, ये हो गया आपका. Next one is Shashank's wanted many. First, Shashank, before I get to you, I'll get to Darshan's, since he has something on article forged related.
Yeah, regarding article 4, the content length is about 700 words, and it is, as we have seen, it is mediocre. I mean, it's not for a blog post. It may be for a small piece of 200, 300 words content. It is okay. So now, what has been your experience and the feedback about article forged from other people?
Correct. So what happens is, I use it to create small 50 words, 250 words maximum. I don't use it for blogging. Anup uses it for blogging for me, for my other businesses, but I don't personally use it. Now, 50 words is good because 50 words, and I want to talk about stuff that's already talked about, like SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads. ये सारे चीज मुझे बात करना. There's so much content on these topics, on these keywords, that writing a unique 50-word article is a no-brainer. I go to Canva and create some nice image on SEO or Google ads or whatever, and I put one nice catchy title, headline, and I take that post and I run it through Grammarly. It catches a whole bunch of mistakes. Whatever duplication उसको निकालता है. Sometimes I have to delete some crap. So it's like, क्या बकवास बोल रहा है? कुछ भी, he's talking all crap. It's an artificial intelligence at its very infant level, right? It's not a matured AI technology. So it's good, but it's not great. But at least it takes the effort out. मुझे writing from scratch, I don't want to. So 50 word, 250 word के लिए, I find this article forge to be brilliant, and I use it. And because
which is this one article? What is this?
Article forge is basically a software that will create textual content for you based on the keywords that you give.
Okay, it is article forge. Thank you.
But you put the keywords, you need to give it something to create a content.
Yeah. Okay.
However, it cannot create a story. For example, Goldilocks का story है. Yeah, Red Riding Hood ना, वो Goldilocks and all that. Now all this is basically fiction that can be created by the imagination of the human mind. Article forge क्या करेगा? तेरा keywords लेके, it will scan the net for information. For information that is already out there on the net. उसको कॉपी करके, वो जंबल करके एक आर्टिकल बना के देगा. It is a unique article never written before in its life on the subject matter.
Okay.
Right. So let's say, Hemant, in your case, what is your business? You said training on health. How to prevent your eyes from getting...
Yeah, that is my consultant. Yeah, that is my client's business, but my business is brand consultancy.
Brand consultancy. So branding.
Yeah, branding. Yeah.
There's enough talk, there's enough information out there on branding.
Okay.
Why should a small company consider branding?
Okay. Yeah.
Branding mein, where is the right place to advertise for branding?
Yeah.
You try branding where there's that you put the keyword and it will whip out one article based on information that you'll find out there on the internet already.
Okay, got it.
Sometimes it might put your competitor's name in there.
Yeah.
So I have to go ahead. Delete. ये सब नहीं चाहिए मेरे को.
Is it a free software or paid software?
So they give you a free trial, and it's they charge 25,000 rupees a year. Let me show you this. This is their website, articleforge.com. And this one also I've done lots of webinars on. Now, because the price point is high, you see the pricing here, we are gone and bought the 25,000 rupees per year. Sorry, this one. Okay. Now, when we go for this yearly plan, people say, "No, yeah, this is too much for me." So what we did is we created a product for Indians. जिसपे खर्चा नहीं करना है. It's called Auto Article. Now, Auto Article uses Article Forge. So it's the same technology. There's no difference. Only हमने क्या किया? पे pricing model में we've made it per article. You pay as you go, not per year. So you want to use, you want to create 50 articles. It will cost you 75 rupees an article. If you want to use 25 articles, it will cost you 90 rupees per article. And if you just want 10 articles, it will be $1,000. You can create 100 rupees per article. Now, इसमें क्या है? You can get a free registration. Click on login and register. When you click on register over here, put your name, email, password, confirm, and when you register, you'll get 5 free credits anyway. Okay? Then you try it out. This will use Article Forge only in the back end and create an article for you. And
this done by you, Rishi? You people have done this?
My partner, Harshit. He's the dude. He's the actual dude. If you go to my website called WebDudes, he is the guy behind the show. WebDudes is basically two of us, and nobody ever, I think a few people have seen this guy. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know if anybody in this call has seen him or not, but some people have seen him. It's like, you know, how you have, क्या बोलते हैं? Steve Jobs था or Steve Wozniak था. Steve Wozniak is the guy that is the brains behind how those things were done. तो वो है. हर्षित के वजह से ये सब fabulous technology आ जाता है आपके पास. And this he whipped out in like 1 week. एक हफ्ते में करके दे दिए. Though actually a weekend. I said ऐसे करना है यार. हर्षित चलना है कुछ करते हैं यार. Let's use the Article Forge technology and provide it at cheap for our Indian audience. 5 article free दे दे उनको. Let them start. Let them try it out. So he does back end में. He does all this.
Wow, that's good. I was looking for something like that.
To try it out, no? यहाँ पे
I'll do that.
And then create 5 articles and see if it's for you. And then if you want, you can start with 10 articles. Yeah. ₹10 में कम है. अभी try करते अच्छा लगा तो और ले लो. या if you know it's damn good 50 articles सस्ते में ले लो. ठीक है. You don't have to spend 25,000 rupees.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
So
makes sense.
ठीक है. So this is now taken care of. Article Forge, that is done. Now we can get to Shashank's questions on lots of stuff, SEO, link helper, and stuff like that. All right, go for it, Shashank. All yours.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So one is that, as I mentioned yesterday in our conversation on WhatsApp, was I have a narrowed down niche, that is retail. Within retail, if it is front end, then you have right from the beginning, that is your salespeople, then store manager, area manager, and all those. So the front end is sales and operation. So I have courses on that, and I have planned for 6 to 8 weeks development programs. We spoke yesterday about buying and merchandising, which currently I'm doing with Reliance Retail. And now that I have done this, and I'm going to create the courses as well. So I plan to sell the courses at say about $100, and the 6 to 8 weeks program I plan to sell at $500. This was the and maybe you can tell me whether I'm going right or wrong. And in terms of India pricing, I have got a good audience in Dubai and the Middle East, because my bulk of the work experience came from Gulf before I came to India. And I have a setup there as well, which I can reach out to, like Saudi Arabia is big, Kuwait is big, the malls culture is big there, and they are able to pay in the dollar amount because that's what they pay there. So it's easier for me to target those companies.
Correct.
Whilst India is huge in organized and unorganized. Another thing is like somebody of a pharma industry or somebody working in an office who is managing inventory. whether it is nail polish or whether it is any other thing, they need to know how to manage inventory. So there are short courses, long courses are there that everybody will need. So मोटा मोटा रिटेल के अंडर में आई हैव बाइफरकेटेड कि किसको क्या चाहिए अभी है. आई एम रेडी टू नाउ गो आउट and have a calendar. I need campaigns. So like if I'm yesterday we targeted at, that was my that big money which is coming from. So less effort, more money people will pay. Like Reliance Retail ये जो है companies है. So first is I want to target those. And I thought, okay, I got a list of about 1,000 people. Attended some seminar conferences. So उधर से already उनके वो जो सॉफ्टवेयर में से लिस्ट ईमेल सारा मिल गया है. आई कैन कनेक्ट एंड से हे हाय वी वर देयर टुगेदर ऑन द कॉन्फ्रेंस एंड वो कोल्ड से वार्म ईमेल करके जा सकते हैं. फिर उनको मैं कुछ ना कुछ मार्केट कर सकता हूँ करके और ये बोल सकता हूँ कि रिलायंस के लिए किया ये किया और मेरा बैकग्राउंड दे सकता हूँ. so that is one area. The other thing was because I know कि मेरा target audience is sat on LinkedIn as a first big जो मोटा कस्टमर है paying customer. I wanted to like you sent me that link about business heads and there. So one was to find out lead generation and then put them into a system, because then I'm planning to do my regular webinars to sell this like a product launch formula. अगर समझो मेरे को मार्च एंड में या अप्रैल में एक प्रोग्राम करना है and I want 40 people to pay me 30,000 to 50,000 rupees for a 8-week program, then I need that campaign program. कितना emails जाएगा, क्या जाएगा, targeted whatever are then, and I do like 4 or 5 webinars so that they actually see me. I answer all the questions and I do the registration. And this will be a process that I do for sales, marketing, whatever the 8-week programs are there. So basically, campaigns are to be planned. And then I need a email system. जैसे कि अगर कोई आज webinar में webinar registration is a campaign, right? One email goes. Second, like I may have 3 emails. One email में ही समझो 4 जन आ गए. Then I need to take that person off that list, because when I'm sending the next email, supposing I got 1,000 people, तो अगर मैंने पहले 1,000 जन को मेल भेजा तो उसमें से समझो 10 people have joined in. तो 990 को सेकंड मेल जाना चाहिए, इसको नहीं जाना चाहिए because it's already registered. Then after 3 days, maybe 500 people have registered. Then I need to remind them that all of them. So maybe how to put them into the different blocks of listing, so that they are not repeated and separate messaging is going on in an automation business, automated way, where there is not too much manual intervention if possible at a low price. So webinar. So most of my selling is going to be on webinar sales. The program तो anyway वो तो conduct करना है, वो तो 8 week every week करेंगे. But the main point is to sell how to sell on webinar. That I have the formula and I have practiced that. So I'm looking at the email automation. One. The second is to actually crack the LinkedIn process. And even if it is slow, that's okay. I have a good marking because I used to send a lot of. Frankly, from the last 6 months, I have not done a single post LinkedIn, and I have not checked my SSI score, whatever selling, whatever that index is. But 6 months back, I was always above 70 on that index because of the posts and everything that I used to do. So now I want to restart my posts and whatever is there, because Reliance ke saath 6 mahina gaya. But now I want to, along with Reliance, I now want to go out in the market, and now is the scaling time. So professionally जाना है, लोगों को withdraw करना है, and because it's a virtual business for now and going ahead, my target market is like, as I said, the Gulf. That itself is a big ocean. India is very big, and then I can always target out companies who are anywhere in the world, like who are ready to pay and come into the course, because it's online.
So first question I have is, so your course is not offline, it is pre-recorded, or is it live webinar, live workshops?
Both of them. I'll send you the link. Basically, I have a LMS that I'm using right now, which is earlier I was on Teachable. So uska 25,000 per year ka tha. So 1 year still it is there because they have not removed it. It's all there. My courses are there. But I was in the planning and I wanted to tell out, so मैंने एक साल डाला था. Now there is a local company called Vinuall, if you heard it or not. So they have got it's a mobile app thing. They have got browser face also, and basically because it's what like on sales. I found on Teachable and maybe other sites also that एक बार link मिल जाता, you can copy the content from the top. So Vinual में mobile app में it's encrypted. You cannot take the video, you screenshot, black screen आता है. So on the app it is protected, because supposing if I want to sell to 1,000 people, एक company है जिसको 1,000 sales force are there on mobile and they want to learn. If I give one, people can copy and others can copy also. That's why for now मैंने Teachable को renew नहीं किया, though my content is there, but I went on to Vinual for the mobile app. तो काफी काम डाला है उसके अंदर. I'll show you the links. I'll share it with you after this one. So one is LMS. So my pre-recorded courses are going to go on, because like as I mentioned, Reliance Retail came to me, this was about 1.5 years back, rather 3 years back. I created a very simple course of the 8-week program. Maybe it's like the first week or 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks. Short program is there on retail maths for merchandising. So on Udemy. And today also, maybe every month about 30,000-40,000 rupees मेरे को उसमें से ही आता है, because I am ranking top on that one. थोड़ा पैसा आता है ऐसा करके, but and I have not tried other platforms also. So pre-recorded courses are okay. I have a team, Rishabh, my younger son, he has done one course with you, if you know, and probably tomorrow in the call he will come there. So basically, I have a video setup team at home, and today because the accessibility of video of जैसे अभी हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, it can be a video like this and you can create a course also. Doesn't have to be, because earlier we were using the studio and a lot of time in going and recording, setting up green screen and all that stuff that we were doing. Now it is not recorded. I can record fast videos also. So one is, to answer your question, pre-recorded courses hai already, and they will be made updated more as we go along. The second thing is a hybrid model. That is the live coaching. So even in my live coaching, I will be telling them, okay, go and watch this video, come back in the next session, do this homework, exercise, whatever is there. So it's a blended approach that I'm using.
And offline, so is that offline or is that live? Everything is live?
Live online.
So there is nothing offline. You're never going to site.
No, at the moment, no. And I want to probably create a business that I don't have to go out and unless कर सकते हैं, like some offers in between come, लेकिन pandemic था तो I refused it. और उनका protocol नहीं आया. Tata's, Trent for West Side, they wanted to do an area manager thing. पैसा भी कम बोल रहे थे और बॉम्बे में था, and the risk was there, and I said अगर ये धंधा चल रहा है थोड़ा pandemic में, so why take झंझट only, and that is always available because I have been doing open workshops. I mean live classroom workshops. That thing is already available, and as things open up, अगर वो जाने का हो सका बाद में तो करेंगे, लेकिन अगर ये घर बैठ के धंधा कर सकता हूँ तो why take the trouble of going over there and doing because क्या होगा, again I'm restricting myself. And online I can have a wider audience because people can come from 10 countries and I can do that 8 week program as well, and I can sign up because as I've seen people doing that to do so.
So then basically I would say that's a very good strategy you've got, that everything is live. I don't think you should even attempt offline. And now I hate to say the word thanks to COVID, but actually thanks to COVID, it has forced people to move away from the नहीं आपको मेरा ऑफिस में आना पड़े करके, that bullshit is now gone and everybody is working from home, or a large percentage of people are still working from home. जहाँ पे work from home is not possible, of course people are traveling to the actual factory or the office to do the work, but it is becoming more and more acceptable. So that's why thanks to COVID's lockdown, people can work and deliver services offline, I mean online, sorry. So I think it's great that you have both of them as live workshops and pre-recorded workshops, and you have a blended model. That's fine. And then you have this webinar, which is to convert leads into them buying into live workshops. Now, my question to you is this. In the Reliance deal, they found you online, but they engaged with you one-on-one before you close the deal. Don't forget that. In fact, remember that. And keep that in your mind so deep and present and focused that you cannot have 100% automation. You can only have automation to the point where you get them to a point where they attend you and what you're saying. But when you close the deal, it has to be one-on-one. You cannot completely automate, at least when it comes to corporates.
Yeah. So basically, I have been attending some program. I don't know in the industry, with there is a name called Ganesh Dalvi. It's in Borivali. So there's a facilitation group which talks about how to stand, deliver, group. There are processes in facilitation and all that. Now, we were also talking of being corporate ready. So one of the things is always the dialogue, like how you send a proposal, how you talk to them. So probably even to invite like the first call, like I found in certain webinars, they have a strategy call, like to invite, from cold. Maybe it's a junior level person in the thing, but maybe they have seen it. Like the way the whole Reliance went through, it took 2 months before we actually started the course. Some junior level person called me, we've seen you, can you meet us? एक मीटिंग हो गया, 2 मीटिंग हो गया, 3 मीटिंग हो गया. फिर वो लोग ने बड़ा मेरे को 1000-2000 यूनिट्स का सेल बताया और दिया 100 पहला, तो स्क्वीज कर दिया प्राइस 1000 वाले से. तो I anyway needed it, पैंडेमिक टाइम था. I said good, but now and उससे मेरे को काफी अच्छा हो गया क्योंकि अभी जैसे ऑनलाइन every 2 times in a week I'm doing, तो सारा जो fears था वो उड़ गया because I use Reliance actually as a guinea pig, for my presentation, my learning everything. पूरा मेरा
You're using their name.
Exactly, yeah.
That's a big one.
Absolutely.
So although they may have squeezed you on the price, in
Correct.
return you got saying that he's on my client list.
Correct.
And itne sessions kiye.
हाँ.
So coming back to my question.
ये वाला हाँ तो absolutely ये जो आप बोल रहे हैं कि this point of talking to them will be one I did not mention, but obviously when it comes to corporates, there has to be a sales call, email जाएगा, and that process will be different, which I have not frankly done so much because Reliance सामने से आया, but I have understood the process कि corporates को अलग तरह से डील करना है, बात करना है.
It has to be done one-on-one. It cannot. It can be online. It can be live, but it cannot be closed. They will not close a deal based on some automation scripts.
Correct.
I mean, if you think that's possible, I don't think possible. In my view, I've never been able to see it. And in corporates, individuals, it's something that one can easily understand. You can do it. If the person can get convinced with videos online and hit the buy button, it's possible for individuals and price items. If they feel safe, it may not be 500 or 5,000 or 25,000 rupees. There should be some safety. Like if I know a product like Apple MacBook Air, I know, I've been using it for over a decade. If the new one, I'm just taking the specs, Amazon mein dekh liya, ordered it, and I spent 85,000 rupees and bought the product because I'm trusting Amazon will take it back in case some shit happens on the way. So having said that, you can have things automated, but when it comes to what you're doing, which requires a little bit of convincing and hand-holding, the last mile conversion has to happen one-to-one. As long as you understand in the sale process that you can't get away from that, it will be a much smaller number, right? In your funnel, you have got the first big bunch of people coming, faltu, karke, finally you trickle down with the real target that you want to focus on and deliver services and make money. So in this process of narrowing the funnel, you can have all of this, what you said, you can have all the automation you like as you want. But at the end of it, when it funnels down, you'll be doing the one-on-ones with each person. As long as you're clear of that, then you can move forward on this. Whether you take LinkedIn helper, whether you take some bulk email system, whether you do, what is that other one we did? Snowbio. These are all technologies that are out there for you to go and grab. Whether you want to use Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram as an ad platform to get people. These are all platforms, technologies which you can use to squeeze and take people out and churn them out and pass them through the funnel to start talking to the people that you really want to close out business with. in our conversation yesterday on WhatsApp, that helped you to understand the benefit statement. Because when you're making a connection with the person, he has no idea who you are. And for that, he needs to know what's the benefit for him. Whether it's the HR head or the business head, he'll say, oh shit, okay, this guy's talking about something. And Reliance 260. ये बंदा है कौन? So once you get the benefit statement cleared out, then your conversions for conversation, not conversions for closure, conversions for conversations and engagement go up. Once your conversations for engagement go up, then you take it through you have to, at some point, you have to do it manual. You can't automate beyond that. Now you can push 200 people in there. I don't know what is the 1,000 people ka database jo aapke paas hai, wo kaun hai? Do you have the profiles of those people? Can you categorize the profiles of the 1,000 people database? जो आपके वेबिनार्स अटेंड किए वो कौन है?
हाँ, जैसे कि अभी नाम पता है, कंपनी है, डेजिग्नेशन है और वो है, लेकिन
I don't care about the name and this thing. I'm saying if you take all their designations, what are they? How many of them are meeting your target audience for retail business, retail training business? Out of that 1,000.
well, since they are retail, I assume 100%. But I really don't know how many in their decision makers are there.
Correct, exactly. वो 1,000 में से decision maker कितने हैं वो उनसे बात करना है ना. Can you know, find out how, or see, either they are the decision maker or they will influence the decision maker because they have stake in what you are saying. मतलब फायदा दिख रहा है उनको. They are seeing benefit statement. So if you have a bunch of 25 designations, you better categorize them to say, these guys are stakeholders. They are decision makers. They will benefit from what I'm offering. So I will have a separate messaging communication to these bunch of 150 people. But the remaining 850 जो है मेरे पास है, they are all over the place. I have to send them a different communication strategy because I have to think of what is the benefit statement for them to engage with me, to connect me with the decision maker in their organization. Same thing for when you're doing LinkedIn automation. When we go now, for example, right now LinkedIn automation is not in your 1,000 ka database. LinkedIn automation is to use to up beyond your 1,000 ka database. So for example, let's go to LinkedIn. Let me share my screen. So here is LinkedIn. Okay, linkedin.com में जा रहा हूँ. Okay, you can see my screen, guys.
Yes.
Okay, now I go to let me just press enter and first go and see what is there. Okay, so we click on people. Now people may, of course, there are too many people. So let's say I selected to second. I'm not even going to third. मैं सिर्फ second को जा रहा हूँ, ठीक है? Because there is one common connection. And location में मैं सिर्फ इंडिया में देख रहा हूँ, ठीक है? ठीक है? Now I go to all filters and I go to industry and I say retail. ठीक है? Show results. Still very high, 14,000. ठीक है? I want to narrow it down. Correct. So let's say you think head HR is your target guy. Okay, head HR. अरे मेरे पास सिर्फ 89 second level connections है. If I add it to the third level connection, it will go up to say 348. ठीक है? And now when I connect to the person, I want to add a note and write that call to action over here. The benefit statement right here. मेरे पास सिर्फ 300 कैरेक्टर है, वर्ड्स नहीं, 300 कैरेक्टर है. 300 कैरेक्टर के अंदर मेरे को मेरा बेनिफिट स्टेटमेंट डालना है. I want to make sure that goes in there. And now instead of doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 manually, मैं LinkedIn automation को चलाऊंगा, LH2 चलाऊंगा. Why the hell I have to do 348 messages myself? Now if I say okay, ये head HR को exhaust किया, business heads को देखते हैं. Business head show. It's about 1,400. I'll drop it to only second level connections. It's 328, manageable. Now, very focused audience. I'm not wasting my time. I'm only getting to this. Now, they say about 20% of people are active on LinkedIn. So 328 people may say, if they see the benefit statement, because they're active on LinkedIn, and 328 ka 20% will about 60 people ka reply aa gaya. Maybe I'll convert 1 or 2 deals from it. Maybe 3 deals. Others I will put in the pipeline. 60 people I'll put in the pipeline. आओ मेरे webinar आ जाओ मेरा webinar आ जाओ मेरे webinar आज नहीं तो कल वो डील कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा शायद. So if you understand the tools are all out there, right? As long as you're clear that it's not 100% automated, you're good to go. And if you are completely online, fantastic. Your world is your market. And of course, the messaging of retail Reliance for the Indian audience is good. Gulf audience may not work because they may or may not heard of Reliance.
Correct.
But you have to do one more.
I have a good presence because of my previous work and the companies that I worked in. वो उसको leverage करूँगा. उनका targeting अलग करके maybe when I'm sending like maybe for Dubai, wherever are there, you know, and using those examples like, you know, the brands which are present there and people are buying, तो उसका अलग होगा. तो one was this is good. एक तो है कि ये LH2 का मैं अभी pricing देख रहा था website पे. You mentioned yesterday $199 for a year. वो अभी कुछ ज्यादा pricing बता रहा है मेरे ख्याल से for a year.
चेंज कर दिया क्या वो लोग ने?
अभी 12 months का 297 कर दिया है.
नहीं ये वाला.
अच्छा ये वाला है. ओके हाँ अच्छा हाँ ओके.
I'm on this plan.
Okay. So what is the difference between I mean I know it might be a long explanation, but LinkedIn और snow.io में you know major because the idea was this 398 people or whatever that we narrowed down now, HR heads, and वो थर्ड में है. लेकिन अगर उसने मुझे रिप्लाई नहीं किया, मैंने मैसेज तो भेजा है लेकिन वो थर्ड का रिप्लाई अगर नहीं आता है तो that's where I wanted LinkedIn helper or snow.io where I could वो एक बुलियन सर्च और वो वैभव ने बताया था ऐसा करके that I can target companies, people, and I can extract that if they are on LinkedIn उसका email address अपन extract कर सकते हैं. So is that possible from LinkedIn helper as well?
No.
To bypass the third to first.
So snow.io में होगा ना वो.
अच्छा snow.io.
Snow.io में he will extract it.
अच्छा okay.
This costing also is there ना, आपको ये costing करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ लेकिन क्या है कि अगर मैं समझो जैसे कि बाकी के बिजनेस में B2C में अगर फेसबुक ऐड करते हैं ये करते हैं तो अगर मेरे को मेरा धंधा पता है कि ये बंदा है, अगर 10 कंपनी में से एक कंपनी भी मेरा काम लेता है तो मेरा पूरा साल का खर्चा निकल गया. जैसे रिलायंस रिटेल या कोई ऐसा बड़ा कंपनी मुझे मिलता है तो ऑन अ B2B लेवल, तो उसके लिए अगर मुझे उतना पैसा खर्चा करना पड़ा एंड आई एम गेटिंग द नेम ऑफ द पर्सन हुम आई नो, इंडस्ट्री सर्कल में थोड़ा नॉलेज भी है कि ये बंदे को तुम या ये लेवल के बंदे लोगों को तो तुम जाके मैसेज तो डाल दो, तो क्या होगा कल उठ के कहीं किधर भी कोई बात कर रहा है उनके सर्कल्स में भी तो नाम अगर शशांक जानी का आ गया तो बोलेगा अरे हाँ ये बंदे को जानते हैं, इसका ईमेल आया था या कुछ आया था. एंड देन ऑब्वियसली यू नो द स्नोबॉल आई एम होपिंग फॉर एनी अदर बिजनेस कि आज छोटा है रोल कर दिया है लेकिन इट इज रनिंग डाउन एंड इट इज गेटिंग बिगर. तो द आइडिया वाज ट्राइंग टू इंस्टेड ऑफ वेटिंग कभी सेकंड थर्ड को डालते वो लोग मैसेज पढ़ते हैं लेकिन वो रिप्लाई नहीं करते, तो अगर उसका ईमेल और वो मिलता है तो इन अ नाइस मैनर बट टू ब्रेक थ्रू एंड टू गेट टू देम. तो अगर snow.io हेल्प करता है एंड इफ आई कैन रीच टू दैट पर्सन तो थोड़ा आज मार्केटिंग के लिए आई कैन स्पेंड माय लिटिल बिट ऑफ दीज $33, $24, whatever $100 आर देयर, तो वो मैं उसमें डाल सकता हूँ. बिकॉज देन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग, मैं डायरेक्टली वो पर्सन के सामने जाके खड़ा हूँ, वो लेता है कि नहीं मैसेज अच्छा है कि नहीं जाने दो, कम से कम आई एम देयर, उसका दरवाजा तो खटखटाया मैंने जाके, ऐसा है.
Correct. You can do snow.io.
ओके ठीक है.
All right. Is there any other questions from the team here which I can take, because it's already been 1 hour on the call And although we've been more chatting about stuff, not really hands-on demo as such to all of them, but I think it's a good conversation. If there's no more questions, of course, then we can connect next Sunday. But I'll just give a minute to all of you guys. You can open, it's an open mic. You can open your mic and just ask your question directly if you want to ask. We're here to talk about how to boost your business online. And yeah. Looks like I think I've handled people's questions for this Sunday. No other questions coming in. So we'll see you next Sunday. Till then, adios. Bye, everybody.